Michelle Fix-It here. We are headed to Sam's. Today is January 11th, 2024. And we are going to swing by Georgetown, check her out. And then we are going to be going to Sam's. And I do have dinner cooking, so I'm making a pork loin roast in the slow cooker. Sorry, that was a rush, so I did not make a video for you guys, but I basically just threw it in there frozen and add some miscellaneous veggies to it and everything, and I put it on slow for 10 hours, and that way I don't have to worry about it. So it'll either be late, super late dinner, or it will be lunch and dinner for tomorrow. So without further ado, you guys enjoy the ride. As Izzy likes to say, like and subscribe. And I did see that as of right now, I have 99% of people watching me more than one time, as in return viewers, that are not subscribed to my channel. And that little redhead back there, she really wants a play button. Michelle Fix-It does not care about having a play button, but she would like one of those 100,000 subscriber people play buttons. So if you guys can start subscribing. She did get two. She got one for having more than 100 subscribers, and then she got another one, or we got another one for having over 1,000 subscribers. And currently, as of today, we are at 30.7 thousand, I think. So if you are one of my repeat viewers, whenever this publishes, which will probably be, I think, in September of this year, please subscribe. Because I don't care about getting the button, but she totally cares about getting the button, okay? So, you guys have a great day. It's going to be a driving video. I apologize in advance because some of the artists don't want their music played. I listen to the radio. I'm old school like that. So if you have a blank in your video, it is not from Michelle Fix-It. It is from that artist. So, carry on. At some point I'll give you music. Just stand by. Charlie thought that was funny too. And we're in Big Sexy.
Also says that
you can tell by the
able to access HPAP thanks to new program rules.
Even though all the vehicles are the same color, you can tell by their hoods who you're in, or I can at least. So here's some music. Okay, so we're not going to listen to that song because it's talking about doing things with another person, and we have children in the car. So let's find a different channel, shall we? Look at these beautiful lights. All right, here we go. That is beautiful. To have the confidence to not even look behind you or know that somebody's going to stop. Kudos to Mr. Purple Hoodie Guy, because he was actually in my my A-frame viewpoint, so I barely saw him from my stance, but I just happened to see him walking whenever I was initiating the turn. So pedestrians, sometimes Don't look both ways. They taught us that in grade school a long time ago. Don't get hit by a car. It's true. Somebody else would have hit him. Bless you, Charlie.
The trio for oboe, bassoon, and piano by French composer Francis Poulenc was performed by the Poulenc Trio, that is, oboist Vladimir Landa, pianist Irina Kaplan-Landa, and bassoonist Brian Young. There's music on the way by William Byrd, performed by pianist Glenn Gould, and up next, Reinhold Glier. Programming on WBJC is made possible by all of our fabulous members and the Kennedy Center. On January 18th, 20th, and 21st, the National Symphony Orchestra and music director Jean-Andrea Noceda welcome the return of Gil Shaham playing Dvorak's Violin Concerto, a work that's become a staple of the violinist's repertory with recordings and performances worldwide. Noceda closes the program with Schubert's Final Symphony No. 9, dubbed The Great. More at nationalsymphony.org. Ukrainian-born of Belgian descent,
2024.
It shall not reach. You are my hiding place.
today was the day. Deadlines were set up where teams had to come to an agreement with their arbitration-eligible players to agree on their 2024 contracts. There were 13 players left to sign. But here is the big news this evening. For 2024, the Orioles have now reached an agreement with pitcher John Maines. He's going to be making about $3.3 million. Dylan Tate signed up for $1.5. Cedric Mullins has inked the deal. They've come to an agreement at $6.3 million. Cole Irvins at $2 million. Ryan Mountcastle said yes, let's go at 4.1. And the big news, we just got it officially released here. Anthony Santander. He will be an Oriole for $11.7 million. Let's go O's.
Every year, our iHeart Country Festival brings country music's biggest stars to share the stage in Austin. Get ready, 'cause it's coming back, y'all. Here as the star-studded lineup is revealed for our 2024 iHeart Country Festival. iHeart Country Festival, let's go! Tuesday morning at 9 a.m.
What?
93.1 WPOC traffic.
On the J300?
It is going to be a tough one out there today. Looking at 95 northbound inside the Beltway, heading up to 295. It's a crash that was blocking the left lane. That may be clear now, but delays continue. Northbound 895 is quite heavy, going up into the Harbor Tunnel from the Steel Bridge. Beltway delays out of Pikesville build up for both directions with plenty of volume, and it's also quite busy on 95 and the BW Parkway especially. Both sides are heavy between beltways. That's your traffic up to the minute.
This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care. Save $120 on select sets of 4 Cooper tires now through January 16th only at AAA Car Care Centers. Not a member? Not a problem. Everyone can save at AAA Car Care Centers. Details at AAA.com/mycar.
Baltimore County, your 2024 trash and recycling collection schedule and program guide is on the way. Look for your new scheduling guide in the mail after December 18th. Your collection schedule
All right, so Crazy Cat Lady and I are having this whole conversation. So currently, as of January 11th, 2024, Michelle Fixit is thinking about interviewing, I believe it was originally listed as a 1966 Jeep J300. It has been updated to being a 1963 Jeep J300. It's got like a really messy camo painted job on it, and so right now, over or under the music, we were having a conversation about whether or not I'm gonna try to get it or not. And so I was telling Crazy Cat Lady this, basically that I want to go out there. So the lady that I was messaging about this J300 is like, oh, we have 2 other gentlemen that are interested in it, but the problem is that it doesn't have a title. And so then she was saying in her comments to me, oh, you can just very easily go to the DMV with a bill of sale and like you're good. So me being me, I called the DMV and I was like, the Virginia one, and I was like, hey, this lady says that she'll give me a bill of sale, and you know, she bought these vehicles as a lot, and so can I title it? And they're like, no, that vehicle is going to be in limbo until whoever owns it gets the title and gets the title, and then it gets signed over to you, period. And they're like, you know, you can't do anything with that vehicle. So then I messaged her back and I'm like, hey, I called the DMV for Virginia, and they're like, no mas, this is not going to work. And now I'm in the middle of an intersection, which I apologize, cars over there. I did not mean to do that. There's only so much scooting I can do to this Ranger. Yes, it's a Ford. You know what's supposed to be in their Ranger. I don't think Crazy Cat Lady gets the reference, but I totally do. Anyways, so then she was like, oh, I think you can get a title in Vermont. And so I was like, okay, let me Google that really quick. So I Googled it, and sure enough, it says, supposedly, that we can do that. And so, minimally, because it's a screaming deal, and you know me, I hope you know me well enough to know that I am a cheap cat. At the beginning and end of the day, I'm a cheap cat, and I like fixing things, and it needs a little bit of work, but it does run, supposedly. And so I think that we're going to go out there, and as long as it's not a total hunk of junk, because it is listed for $1,000, and $1,000 for something that runs in current climate is few and far between. So I am looking for another project vehicle, not because I need another project, because I have tons of projects. I got so many things I gotta do, but because there's a little side business that Michelle Fixit might be like entertaining, and it seems like there's a few people that are very interested in me and my tinkering abilities with vehicles, and I'm good with that. So because I like vehicles and I like tinkering with them, and you know, people have talked about monies, and you know, I also like monies because monies provide for the kittens back there and other projects, and you know, living life and everything else. Who doesn't like money? Like if you walked up and somebody's like, hey, I'll give you some money, everybody likes money. Anyways, so I am highly considering getting the J300. I told Crazy Cat Lady that there's a following where either you love these things because they're rare and they're cool and they're just different and they're a Jeep and you're like obsessed with Jeeps, or you're like, why would Jeep ever make this? This looks so stupid. I can't believe it. Gerbacatas. Much like the conversations that the Jeep community has over the YJs. YJ people, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, as of right now, if I can mow the grass at Georgetown tomorrow, because Crazy Cat Lady had appointments that she had to go to, and so the mowing of the grass at Georgetown did not happen because look, it is dark. So we're going to Sam's. We're gonna get some grocery shopping done because we are domestic cats and we have things that we have to do to take care of the kittens because, you know, they don't just breathe and get fed. And then tomorrow I'll mow the grass and I will message the lady, and if she says that she still has it, then I will scurry myself over to the Virginia area, scoop up the husband and the kittens, and take you guys on the adventure of checking out the J300. And it'll be our, you know, fun little thing that we're going through. So that's it. Enjoy your music. Crazy Cat Lady, do you have any more questions? No? Okay. She's like, Michelle, why are you talking to the people? Because the people, some people are entertained by this.
Yes.
Clearly 30,000 people, over 30,000 people at least, are mildly entertained with what we have to put out. And we have lots of different things. So enjoy the music in the traffic. Yeah, stupid traffic. And again, if a musician gets muted, that's them, that's not me. And I am changing my little thing where I will let the people talk on the radio instead of just automatically changing them if it's mildly interesting. But the second that any commercialization happens, because you guys already get commercials because of YouTube, then commercials will get scurried away. So if I don't notice that it's commercial until it's, you know, a couple seconds in, I'm driving and doing other things. Okay? Okay.
Older. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive
you heard?
Girl, I be busy.
You ain't know. Man, I've been at work all damn day. Well, it's time to hit you to today's biggest headlines in entertainment news. Inside the Daily Dirt with Dominique the Diva. Giving it to you straight. No chaser.
Oh, I'm gonna do that anyway. I'm gonna do that anyway because that's how I am.
Y'all, Jonathan Majors done said Coretta Scott King's name so much that he has had to apologize, honey. He gonna have to simmer on down, okay? Jonathan Majors is actually responding to the fact that, Coretta Scott King's daughter wrote a letter saying, basically keep my mama's name out your mouth. She said it way more classier than that. However, Jonathan Major says that he has the utmost respect for Coretta Scott King, and he's just responding to that backlash of y'all, saying, how you comparing your girlfriend making good to the, to the civil rights activist? Don't do that. And he's saying she's a great woman and an important figure in American world history and someone both Megan and I inspire and deeply admire. All right. It's kind of weird. Someone said, what if MLK Jr. came back as Jonathan Majors and that's why he keeps bringing her? I'm done with Twitter. Anyway, meanwhile, Jonathan Majors might have a movie that he already did be shelved and we might not ever see it. It's called Magazine Dreams, and according to insiders, somebody says the project might have gotten the boot. Yeah, it was supposed to be released in theaters last month, yet we haven't seen it. Have you seen it? Maybe it's not there, and that's what happens when you play in the snow. Let's move on, because Diddy might have had some scenes axed out of Young Miami show. Now, the Jasmine Plant brand is exclusively reporting that the music mogul will not be appearing in his Shorty Wops reality show. Now, we know Young Miami told us she got some things going on. She got the cameras. She's allowed them to come into her life. But sources are reporting that Young Miami actually had to go back and film some other scenes to replace the scenes that Diddy was in because he is no longer in and they're exiting out the show. And that just seems to be the theme here. He allegedly was filming a show as well about, being a father. And I don't think we're going to see that either. But now I want to see it more than ever. Don't y'all see how this works? My goodness. Anyway, speaking of things we want to see, get ready for Sanaa Lathan to play Miss Cleo. Yes, Miss Cleo calling me now. Did you ever know? Okay, well, she's getting a scripted drama series, and the Emmy-nominated star will not only portray, Miss Cleo, but she's also executive producing the film. This is great. Give my girl her money, her executive producer credits, even though every time I see Sanaa Lathan, I really want to be like, did you write Beyonce? Or is that a rumor? Whatever it is, though, I got you. You can follow me on all socials at Dominique the Diva Show.
It's the Dominique the Diva Show. Break it down. Coming up on the new season of 93.9 WKYS.
We made it through another ghetto week in America, okay? Ghetto over here. $100 every weekday at noon with me is DJ A&G.
More laughs.
I got the Commanders pulling the upset. How will they do it? Like that? How will they get a win? How will they beat the Cowboys? How? Y'all probably sick of me. I'm sorry.
More controversy.
According to the culture, these two words can start a fight anytime, any place. I'm looking at the culture. Culture says that is incorrect. That's not what they know means.
And the most music every day. On 93.9 WKYS.
Hey, Washington, D.C., are you looking for new ways to... Are using the new...
Lewis at the one-stop shop.
Did the check clear?
Clear.
There you go,
join us there. Facebook.com/KM98Rock. What's the stupid thing that you had to finally convince someone was worth going to the ER for? Like, you know, a lot of times like, I'm fine. And then finally.
You are not fine.
Yeah. So, this one, Christina Battersay, I don't know. She said infected cat bite in someone's hand. It was different colors. It was very painful. It was like, right now the infection is spreading through your tendons and muscles. Where do you think its path will be next?
Yeah, what don't you understand?
When we finally got to the ER, they called a surgeon from triage.
Oh.
It was like, stat!
Yeah, sometimes you go and you think you're just going in for something and they hold you. And they're like, you're not going, we got to get you right into surgery right now.
And then right under that comment, Jen Wittenberger said, absolutely, cat bite. That was me. Within 30 minutes, my finger was swollen twice its size and oozing. I still waited till I couldn't bend it anymore and it felt broken. They stuck a syringe full of saline in a tiny wound to flush it. The pain was 20 out of 10.
Oh, God.
They gave me antibiotics in 7 days worth. Ooh, boy.
I was always in the ER as a kid.
Oh.
I was always there. They didn't think I was going to make it to be 11 when I was a child. 410-338-1098. What?
So, you guys don't know, but if you were listening to the wordage that was there in the event that the music that was playing in the background did not mute out their wordage, I had emergency hand surgery too. Not from a cat bite, like the story that they're talking about, but I was putting some cabinets in, and I nicked myself, not with the screw, but with the bit. It was a Phillips bit, and I actually stopped and did the peroxide and did all the stuff because I realized that I would not have injured myself if I wouldn't have been grumpy. So I was grumpy with myself for continuing to work when I was already grumpy, and it was okay-ish for I think a week and a half. It didn't seem like it was doing much. It seemed like it was healing, and then all of a sudden it blew up, and I went to a hospital. And no, I went to urgent care, and they're like, you have to go to the emergency room. And then I went to another emergency room, and they're like, you have to go to like this, like it happened in Baltimore, and I went all the way back to Manassas, so the kitten back there was taken care of. And urgent care led to emergency room in Virginia, and then they told me that I needed to go to a specialized hospital in Baltimore because I could be at risk of losing my finger and my thumb. And so that was a big deal. And so then I get there, I get back to Baltimore because, like, at this point, you know, it's 3 hours of waiting. I luckily was smart enough, and, you know, hopefully if you guys are listening, please pay attention. If you feel like you have a wound that is getting big, then you absolutely should get a permanent marker, get a pencil, not a pencil, a pen, something like that, and make it where you trace out the level of infection, and then you put the time on it, because I did that. I did that after the first emergency room when I realized that this wasn't going to get antibiotics and go. And so by the time that I got back to Baltimore in the fancy hospital for only hand stuff, it had ballooned and I could not move my finger. And they're like, you have to be that we're bumping other surgeries because you're at risk of losing your finger and your thumb. So if you want to hear more about that venture, I do have pictures and stuff like that. I have little things that I will share about my life as relevant things show up. Oh, also, look, I talked about it in the other video. Look at that. That is a truck bed on top of a car. I talked about that yesterday on my video, and Crazy Cat Lady is like, what was that? So feel free to pause and review, but I wasn't lying. There's a truck bed on top of a car that doesn't have a hood or anything like that. So we are almost to our destination. So you guys like, subscribe, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye!